all I feel is like I can just hear ringing in my ear, and I don't, yeah, my iPod just decided to cut the video because it was like 12 minutes, and I don't even know, I guess I didn't have enough room on my iPod, but anyways, what I was talking about is like, I don't even fucking know what I was talking about right now, like I'm just so done, and yeah, so please don't ignore me at all, please. I feel like that should just be a given. Don't just ignore someone. Just fucking do not ignore someone. Just don't. I mean, I get to a point, where I can't, you know, okay, so okay, so basically what I've done is, okay, so he ended up going to the lake anyways with other people, and, he posted it to his Snapchat story, and I just felt really actually super sad because I was like, hey, I was actually really excited to go, but actually you hate me, so that's cool too, but whatever, because, you know, and then it's kind of like, hey, guess what, you actually look completely unfazed by whatever happened between us, so you're not even mad, you're not upset, you're just fucking going out and having fun, and I can't, because I'm like, wow, I actually do not affect you in any way whatsoever. You know, like, hey, I thought that, friendship had a deeper thing to it, or maybe that's just me fucking thinking that friendship was some kind of fucking, like, sacred thing, you know, but not, it's at all. And because I get ignored, how am I supposed to know if you're mad at me? How am I supposed to know if you have a problem with me? How do I know? And I don't. And I just continue circling back around to, you don't actually care. And I don't even faze you whatsoever. And I don't, like, affect you in any way, good or bad. You just don't care. And that's kind of shitty. But anyways, so I kind of just like texted my friend, and I was just kind of like, hey, actually, like, I'm really sorry that I was being such a fucking brat. But anyways, okay, so have a good life. And I was like, okay, bye. And then he's like, what the hell? And then I was just like, nope, because I need to just stop. And he was like, okay, well, you know, I like talking to you, but not when you're being like this. And I'm like, okay, but you don't talk to me, because if you talk to me, I wouldn't be like this. Like, I mean, I know I'm acting like such a cringy fuck, and I know I'm acting like, and I say that a lot just because like, I know that I'm ridiculous, and I know that it's probably really bad, but guess what, I can't fucking control it. I don't know, you people out there that apparently can control your emotions pretty well, well, fuck you. Just fuck you, because I can't. So they just come out in a blurry, fiery rush of gross. So I'm sorry. But anyways, yeah, so, yeah, and he was just kind of like, well, I don't like talking to you when you're like this, and I'm like, well, I wouldn't, you know, I don't even know, and then, I was like, okay, well, anyway, you know, just wanted to tell you that I'm sorry that I was being a brat, and that I knew it was a joke, but I took it seriously, and I shouldn't have done that, and, that I just was kind of like, yeah, but, you know, I won't do that again. I troubled everyone, and I won't do that again. So, you know, have a good life, and have a good day or whatever, and okay, bye, and yeah, and then he just didn't talk to me ever after that, and that was yesterday, and yeah, and, no, actually, I think that was, like, yesterday morning-ish. Yesterday was a bad day. Yeah, yesterday was a bad day. It's basically just it. Yesterday was just a fucking absolute bad day. So, what I did, because I become really scared that, you know, okay, so I say don't ignore people, right? But when it comes to, like, this type of situation, I feel like it's different because I'm being ignored, and I can't handle that, obviously. And, I just, I get to a point where I'm really, really scared that that'll be the end of it, and you won't talk to me ever again. And that's what I do, is when I get really scared, is I shut my phone off, or I just delete everything, and I shut down, and because I'm scared that you're never gonna talk to me again anyways. So as long as it's like my fault, you know, then it's okay in my brain. So I just was like, you know what, like, it's fine, you don't, like, and I'll tell myself, like, it's okay, like, I'm letting other people go, and I'll tell myself that it's fine, because, like, I want them to be happy, but if they're still talking to me, they're not gonna be happy, right? So I just kind of, like, I went and I blocked his number, and, I deactivated my Facebook for a little bit. I don't know, it said it'll, like, reactivate in, like, 7 days, so I figured, just don't touch it, and I won't be as sad, because when I'm really alone, and I feel really alone, I go on it all the time, and I open up my phone, and I'm on Facebook, and even though I don't talk to anyone on there, it's just a security thing where I open and close my phone, and I go on my Facebook, and I'm on my Facebook, and I flip through the newsfeed, and I like liking other people's stuff, so they still know I exist. And I mean, like, I'm not gonna like other people's stuff that I don't like, you know, but because I'm obviously friends with them on Facebook because I really like what they post, and I really like them, and so I'll like their stuff because I really like their stuff, right? And it's just this subconscious thing that maybe you'll notice, and maybe you'll be like, hey, that person still exists, because obviously they're blowing up my fucking notifications, and I just, like, I don't know how to explain it any other better way, but that's just what I do, and I do try my best to actually talk to other people, I do, but I guess I come off as probably, like, really fucking weird and really creepy or something, because no one talks to me, and so I don't like talking to new people, I like talking to the people that I know, and obviously they just don't like me, and so yeah, it's just bad, it's just gross, and yeah, so anyway, so I just deactivated my Facebook, and I just fucking blocked his number, and I just feel like crying, and then somewhere in my brain, and I'm like, you know what, like, if he actually wanted to talk to me, or if he actually wanted to be my friend, he would try to, because, like, honestly, he lives, like, down the fucking road from me. He knows where I live, that's not that complicated, you know, but I just feel so broken, and I've tried my hardest to, like, to fucking communicate with him, but obviously he's not trying to communicate with me, and that's just what's making me feel like a fucking wreck. And there's just, like, somewhere in my head, I'm like, you know, if he really wanted to talk to me, even though I've blocked his number and deactivated my Facebook, like, he would try and talk to me, and it makes me really sad. And but at the same time, I guess once I get to that point where I deactivate my Facebook, and once I get to that point where I, like, block people's numbers, I kind of, like, calm down, and I'm like, I don't feel as lonely, because I know that I'm not waiting for them to text me. Like, I'm not scared that they won't text me. I'm not, like, terrified anymore, because I made a conscious decision to not allow them to, no matter what. So for some reason, but, like, somewhere, like, usually when I, like, reactivate my Facebook, or turn back on my phone, or I unblock people's numbers, it's still this fear that they just never, like, when I turn back on my phone, it's that fear that I'm like, they never tried to text me the whole time my phone was off, you know, or they didn't even notice that I wasn't there, or they didn't notice that I wasn't trying to get a hold of them, and that's really fucking upsetting. But, you know, at the same time, again, like, if someone was just like, hey, by the way, I don't want to be friends with you, I would be like, I respect that, because I can become too much to handle sometimes. I know that I have issues, or you can just tell me to back off, tell me to fucking stop being so clingy, and I will. You can tell me to I just need to know what you're thinking, more or less. Because if I don't, then how am I supposed to improve? How am I supposed to, like, know what I've done wrong? You know, I don't know. I don't understand a lot of things, and I don't know if it's, like, bad or not. You know, like, I'm usually, like, a pervert, because a lot of the friends that I have had are okay with that, but some of them aren't, and then they stop being my friend, and I'm like, I don't know why. But my one friend, the reason I'm so good friends with the one person who I can just kind of, like, chat with like once a month or whatever, or like they'll come talk to me, is because they've told me these things. They've told me like, hey, guess what, you were actually being like a super asshole, but I still want to be friends with you. And I'd be like, holy fuck, I didn't know, you know. Like, they've actually tried to tell me these things to improve on myself, and that's why I'm like really glad, and I really appreciate the fact that they still want to be friends with me, even though I kind of was being a douchebag, you know. Like, they're just such a great person to still decide to be friends with me after I fuck up. Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people just drop me as a friend when I fuck up, and they don't tell me why, and that causes this like downward spiral of destruction because I don't know what I've done wrong, and I know the fact that I'm just a self-destroying asshole probably doesn't help, like, you know, because I'm such like a downer Dan that my friends don't really want to hang out with me, but like, hey, that's all you have to tell me is just be like, I know you're really fucking depressed, but just try not to be a downer Dan when we hang out. And I'd be like, fuck, I'm sorry, like, I got that, like, I can do that, I can handle that, you know. Like, it's weird, like, I actually have like a really adaptive personality, and I point these things out to people, like, hey, by the way, just tell me, and then they don't. They're just like, haha, actually, fuck you, and I'm like, wow, like, I tell you what I need from you, and yet you ignore it. So obviously you really didn't care enough anyways in the first place. Great. But yeah, so basically that's just my like last couple of forever, is I've just been internally screaming because my friend just ignores me. And oh, it also really fucking sucks too, because I know, like, consciously I don't do it on purpose, right? Like, but I do know somewhere in my head that I really like to tease and pick on the people I like. And I say no, and I know I'm a really difficult person to deal with, because a lot of the time even though I'm really honest and truthful, I say what I don't mean, so I can't, like, even though I'll be like, wow, my friend's super freaking attractive, it depends on the person or whatever that I'm with, but I can't tell them that, and I'd just be like, wow, like, okay, you know, like, I'll just be like really weird about it. Like, I can't just be like, hey, by the way, you actually look really fucking hot in glasses, because I feel like they'll get the wrong idea. And then, I mean, like, it doesn't help that, I mean, like, because I'm like super like blunt and weird and honest, I'm just like super, like, it's weird, because a lot of the time I'll be like, wow, you're so awesome, like, I really love you, like, you're so great to me, and you're just so awesome, and I'm just so glad that you're my friend. And then other times I'll just be like, I can't do that, because I'm just like, you know. And it's weird, like, I have friends that I'll just be like, wow, they're really fucking attractive, like, an attractive way, and I'm like, I can't say that, because that's like crossing some kind of line in my head. I don't know, it's really weird, and I get really weird, so, like, I get really weird, and I tease the people I like, because I can't seem to function the other way. Like, it's like, how some people, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, my brain says one thing, and then my mouth says another thing, and I'm just like, why the fuck did I say that? I mean, why? Why did I fucking, like, why would I do that? And I'd be like, that's not what I meant at all, you're fucking great. And I just feel like an idiot afterwards, and I'm, like, always, like, screaming at myself, because I fucking suck. And I may be, like, really honest, and, like, really blunt for a lot of things, but then if it's something that actually hurts me, I won't tell you about it. If it's something that involves, like, me personally, or my own personal feelings, I won't tell you about it, a lot of the time, and I hate that, and I can't fix it. I've tried, and it makes a lot more misunderstandings than normal. And oh my god, this is like the third video, and I'm gonna have to make another one, because that's such a bad way to leave something open. For fuck's sakes, okay, just